Hello everyone, welcome back to our lecture series on power electronics under our GATE initiative. So presently we are discussing on the topic inverter. In the last class we have discussed on three-phase voltage source inverter. So today we are going to discuss single phase CSI, current source inverter. Now whatever we have discussed till now, that is VSI. Now we are going to discuss about the CSI, current source inverter. Now what is current source inverter? That is if I from where we have started, that is from a, suppose let us start with the single phase voltage source inverter. What was the single phase voltage source inverter? That is, if I draw in terms of generic switch, that is, here we have connected a capacitor. If this is the voltage at variable voltage, if the voltage is constant, then this is not needed. Now if it is variable, to eliminate the spikes or the ripples, we need a filter. So now we are considering this is a constant voltage VDC. What was that? There's a, if I present this generic switches, then what will happen? Let us first connect this. This is A pole, the switch 1. This is another switch, switch 2. This is pole B. Now what we did, we connected the RL load, suppose our R load, whatever the load is, load we have connected across these two. This is the load terminal. Why we have load connected? Because the pole will be either connected to through T1 or T2. So it will not be open at any time. T1 and T2. Therefore it gives the smooth current through the L. If we use, most of our load is RL load, so it will give the smooth current for the load. Now if we move to the current source inverter, CSI, current source inverter, then current source, how can I convert this voltage source to current source? Suppose say this is the voltage source, this is the voltage source, it may be, suppose this is the voltage source, it can vary. Now if we connect an inverter, it may vary, may not be vary. Now if we connect an inverter here, what we'll get? Through the inductor does not allow to change the current abruptly, so we will get a source of the current. This whole part of the circuit will behave as current source. This is a fairly high value of the inductor. If we connect here, suppose this is the variable DC voltage. Now, so this part is called current source. Okay. So if there is inductor, where we connect it? If we consider the switch, we have to connect it with the pole, because I have already mentioned that capacitors are connected across the throws and inductors are connected across the pole, to the pole. Now obviously, as there is inductor, so obviously the pole will be connected here. So this same thing can be converted to the single CSI if we interchange the position of these two. Sorry, if we interchange the position of these two, that means if we change this source means not this DC voltage source, this whole current source I am talking about. This is a current source. If I place the current source here and place the load here, so obviously we will get the simple. This is simple. If I make this change, we will get the current source, CSI, current source inverter. Okay. So now let us understand this one. So basically what will happen? So this can be represented as current source this can be represented as current source. Okay. And so obviously what we can see that the pole will be connected here. So what will happen here? So what will be switching network? Suppose this is the pole. Now there will be two throw. Sorry, let us draw it this way. This is one throw. This is another throw for switch 1. Similarly, there will be a connection here. There will be throw here, and there will be another throw here. So T11, T12, T21, T22. These are throw. What we have to do it? So T11 and T21 they are sorted, and these two will be the sorted. Now we will connect the load here across these two terminals. So, and to maintain the stiff voltage or maintain some voltage, we will connect a AC capacitor. We'll connect an AC capacitor. Let us directly connect here. So this is the connection. Now how the current will conduct, how the current will flow through. So this, let me draw it here. This is equivalent to a current source. How the current will flow through? Suppose say this is T1. If the T1 is connected, this, let me change the color. This is becoming monotonous. If we connect to the T1, then what will happen? This is the direction of the current. Current will flow through this. Then this will come here. Through the load, it will pass through. Through the load, it will return. Now after return, from where it will return this one. So this is T12 and T21. Sorry, here it will be connected to this. So these two are sorted and these two are sorted. So it will return, and it will return here. It will return back to the source. Fine. So this is the direction of the current. This is the flow of current for particular. This is the conduction mode. So where this is the pole P1 and P2 is connected to T11, T11 and T22. Now let's say if we change the connection. So this is one set of connections, set or state you can say. Let us, as from the beginning, I'm set 1. P1 will be connected to T11 and P2 will be connected to T22. Okay. This is the positive direction of the current. Now what will happen? If I change this connection, let us say this is connected to this and this is connected to this. What will happen now? So connect, let me change the color and explain this one. So first current will flow, the direction of the current through the inductor will not change. So this direction will same. In the source, the direction of the current will same. This will not change. This will always be this one. This is the direction. So this will the current will flow. It will come here. It will come through this path. It will come here. Then this. It will come here and it will go this path. This is the path through which it will go, and it will return to this source. So this is the another. Previously, what is the direction of the current? This one. Now what is the direction of the current? Opposite. The direction of current is changing, but where the direction of the current changing? And the load, in the load, the direction of current is changing. Now what is happening with this switch, we have to design the switch again. If you observe that, now depending on the change in the voltage, this, because of the capacitor is present, so the voltage can be positive and negative. The switch has to block the voltage in both directions. Voltage can be positive and it can be negative. So it has to block both the polarity. Suppose say this is the VDC. If this is plus, suppose say this is plus. Previous case, first case, this was plus, this was minus. And in this case, suppose this is plus, this is minus, suppose say. So in this case, this is plus is connected to here. So this is this. So there is a plus, minus. In this case, the minus is connected here. So it will plus with this. And even if this one is changes, then this will be plus, this will minus. But the direction of the current, if you see, direction of the current particularly, it is always one direction. Direction does not change. But in switch, the direction does not change. In switch, the direction is, because through the pole, the direction of the current is this. Through the pole, this is the direction of the current. So through the switch also, there is no change in the current direction. Current direction always will be from the pole to throw, not opposite. Okay. Therefore, the current is unidirectional, but it has to, the switches has to have the capability to block the voltage in both the directions. So by polarity, the polarity, both the polarity it has the switch have the capability, switch have to have the capability to block both the polarity, but it can conduct in one direction. Okay. So this is the switch characteristics. So what is the switch gives these characteristics? So number one is the thyristor. Thyristor can give. In the thyristor, direction of the current in one, suppose this is the direction of the current, this is the thyristor, suppose say. So thyristor can give, block this polarity when this is not turned on, when we have not given gate current. And when it is off, it can block the polarity, this one, and off state. When it is not gate is on, then it can block this polarity. But what is the direction of the current? This, only this one. This is the direction of the current. So the thyristor is one of the suitable application for current source inverter. What are the other switch which we can get? That is, suppose say if we don't put the gate, it can block this polarity. And now if we connect this diode here, what will be the blocking polarity? This one. What are the polarity it can block? It can block this polarity. So it can block, this switch can block both the polarity, but what is the direction of the current? Through switch, this is the direction of the current. Through diode, this is the direction. So it can block both the polarity, but the direction of the current is unidirectional. Now let us realize the whole circuit from the single pole double throw switch to a power electronics current source inverter for single phase. Now this is the current source. Next, let us draw with the thyristor only. This will be easier for me to draw. You just try with this switch. So this is T1, T2, T3, T4. This is pole where we will connect our load. Okay. So this will be the load, and across this we have to connect a capacitor. So this is a voltage T float. This can be varied also, means DC link voltage can vary also. Now this is the direction of the current. Now if T1 and T4 is under conduction, so let me change the color. Let me take it white. So this is the direction of the current, so this is the flow of current, and this will be the flow of current. Here it will return and this will return here. So this is the flow of current for one half, for when they are turned on. So what are the turn off? So similarly, the way I have written for the voltage source inverter, this is the set 1 on state switches, and let's off state switches. What are the turn off? Set 1. So what will be the turn on? T1 and T4. What are the turn off? T2 and T3. Now, so what is the set 2? Set 2, set 3 and 4 will remain same. So you can do it. So basically current will be bypassed from the load. Once set 3 and set 4, so now T2 and T3 will be on. So now when T2 and T3 will be on, so T1 and T4 will be off. So these are the two sets. What will be the current? Previously in voltage source we have written the output voltage. Now we have to write the output current, IO. What is the IO? Suppose say IDC is the current through this one is that IDC. IDC is the current. So this one will be plus IDC and this one will be minus IDC. So I will draw it here. So and other two cases, suppose T1 and T3 are on. T1 and T3 are on, so then basically this will get the zero current. Current will be the zero through the load. It will not connected to the load. Load will be basically sorted. So now what is the output voltage? Output voltage will be, so first when T1 and T3 is, this is IDC, this is I output IDC, and then when T2 and T3, so this is T1 and T4 is on, T2 and T3 is on, this is minus IDC. So this will go on. Now what will be the voltage across the load voltage? Or that is the load voltage equals to basically the voltage across the capacitor. We can say VC, VC, which is equals to VL, load voltage. So what is the load voltage across this? So basically if we find out, this is omega T. So basically if I start from there, suppose this is VC, VC is the capacitor voltage, this is minus VC, this is plus VC. So if I start from here, let me change the color, it will be easier for you to understand. From here it will start and gradually it will go up, then it will go to the VC and then gradually it will go down. So positive VC to negative VC. So same way it goes on. So you can see that there isn't. So if you see the T1, T4 is on. So in this particular case we are getting negative voltage, and this particular case here we are getting positive voltage. There we are getting negative voltage. That is why I told that this switches has to have the capability to block both the voltages. So for some time voltage is positive, and for other time within one particular one particular set, the voltage is positive for some time and voltage is negative for some time. So we are getting alternating voltage. So this is the V output voltage or load voltage. We can say this one is V output. So this is single phase CSI. So only thing is that we have to add one more leg with this one. This it could get the three phase. If I quickly complete this one, that first there will be a voltage source. I have explained the CSI for single phase thoroughly. Now let us quickly complete this. This is leg 1, suppose say this is leg 2, and this is leg 3. So the current through this is IDC. So we are getting, this is R, this is Y, this is B. So we can connect load across this. So suppose say we are connecting our load. Star connected load. So now we have to connect a capacitor across this. Line capacitor. And one more capacitor is here. So this is what the load we can connect. T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6. So this is the three-phase voltage source inverter. Operation, if we go with the 180 type of operation, similar type of operation, we can get similar way of operation, we can derive. So that's all for today. Thank you.